What's happening? Shout out to all those beginner investors and traders out there. Y'all already know who it is, but if you don't, if you dive through the content, I'm pretty sure you will find out. I wanted to holler at y'all about AMC and GameStop. I really can't say too much about GameStop because I'm not worried about the squeeze when it comes to GameStop. I'm very, very bullish, as far as GameStop's future, everything that's taking place, the redevelopment of the company, what Ryan Cohen plans to do, what GameStop plans to do with NFTs. They're talking about cryptocurrency. So I believe GameStop's future is bright when it comes to, things like Elon Musk's Neuralink, and, everything that's taking place with the gaming world and digital gaming, VR. Is just the potential that GameStop has, being the only gaming brick and mortar store that is basically revolving around gaming and anime, and they plan on distributing other things as well. I just think GameStop has the potential to be out the stratosphere. You know what I mean? And that's just based on where the world is going. That has nothing to do with the squeeze. AMC, I think, has the potential to, cross over as well because of VR and everything that they can do with, 5, 6, 7D holograms and all that. So I do think AMC has the potential to actually be a $500 stock or more, just depending on where everything goes in the next 2 to 5 years with technology. So I do believe AMC and GameStop are relatives in the entertainment business. But when it comes down to the squeeze, I want you guys to be careful because right now they're talking about YouTube content creators, channels are getting, terminated. And I think that may, call me a conspiracy theorist, but I think before AMC goes up, it might end up going all the way down. And that will give a lot of these content creators that are a part of the system, that were actually making money off of AMC while they were telling you to hold, this is an opportunity to free some of them up. Because if you actually go back through a lot of these people's content, they have been saying the same thing for months. And a lot of them have pumped up this 100K, 500K ceiling. And in the last few months, couple of months, a couple of months, you've heard a whole nother tune. You constantly go through, if you go through the YouTube and just even type in AMC, most of them are putting the same title. You know what I mean? If you're not paying attention. And that's the reason why I'm doing this video. Just be careful. I'm not saying AMC isn't going to squeeze. I'm not saying it's not going to go up, because when you look at everything, of course, it has the potential to move back up. But once we found out about Citadel Connect and the dark pools, and the SEC isn't getting involved, the DTCC, they say the Fed is getting involved. That's just rhetoric. I mean, it sounds like they are using all this different rhetoric just to keep you engaged. I mean, because at the end of the day, it shouldn't be nothing they can do to stop this price from going up based on all the things that have been uncovered. So I just wanted to bring you a little bit of psychology, something that you can think about, something that you can, sit there and ponder, dwell on, because, every day is, Citadel is exposed. I'm pretty sure there are other hedge funds besides Citadel that are shorting AMC. You see what I'm saying? But it's just no different than the dozens of stocks that are being shorted, but for some odd apparent reason, AMC is the main focal point. You see, that's the reason why a lot of people missed that overstock squeeze about 2-3 weeks ago. You see what I'm saying? And that's the reason, another reason why I want to do this video, because, you know, with all this focus on AMC, millions of investors is kind of putting pressure on the other side of the market, which is not bad, because if AMC happens to really squeeze to a significant amount, I mean, it will drain the stock market. But that'll be an awesome time for retail to get into stocks that they may not have been able to get into before. You know, so it's a lot of things going on right now revolving around AMC, in my opinion. I listen to some of these YouTube channels. I sit, and it's because of, you know, my understanding of psychology to some degree, you know, because most of these content creators are pretty much saying the same exact thing. You have a few on there that are actually, you know, giving some very, very, very good information, you know, but for them to constantly tell you to stay strong, and, you know, these people, a lot of them, they are trading, swing trading AMC. A lot of them don't even have shares of AMC. You know what I mean? And a new content creator is popping up every single day. So I want you guys to just be careful, because AMC is a landmine. It's going to explode, and it's going to end up hurting a lot of people. And I'm talking about good and bad. You know, it's going to be people that do happen to catch the squeeze, and people that are realistic. You know, shout out to all the people that sold and jumped back in at 60 something, 70. You know what I mean? Because that's a great way to play it. A lot of people think that, you know, you should hold all of your shares. Personally, I feel like I missed an opportunity, because I could have sold hundreds of shares and then bought back in at 31. You see what I'm saying? And just waited to ride it back all the way up. So, you know, it's a lot of mistakes being made, you know, on my end, you know, so I can definitely see that there are dozens of, boatloads of mistakes being made by beginner investors, just getting caught up and constantly listening to these content creators telling you that AMC is primed, which it is, but you can't take, you know, you have to take into consideration that we've all found out that the market is being manipulated to a large degree. If they're telling you that AMC is trading for $5,000 on the dark pool, that means that, you know, shouldn't that mean that they can cover on the dark pool then, if they created their own stock market where the price doesn't have to show up on, you know, the stock exchange? That's just unbelievable. So for them to be able to do all these things and nobody's went to jail yet, that should tell you a lot. I mean, and I don't have to keep getting caught up in data and technicals. That's another problem that a lot of these content creators have. I've sat and watched some of these channels. I've sat and watched some of these lives, and I honestly do it because I just want to listen and pay attention to the person and the mannerisms and the characteristics. And the only thing I can see is someone, you know, using the community as a way to blend in and act like they're a part of that community to, you know, further an agenda that they have or they are a part of. Because like I said, the technicals alone shows that a lot of these stocks have been shorted to, you know, unbelievable measures, and it should be no explanation, you know, no reason. You know, these stocks should have been smashed. So while people are reading the same titles every week. AMC is going to squeeze this week. AMC is going to squeeze this week. Will AMC squeeze this week? This company got exposed. It's the same thing every single week to keep you engaged in the AMC. Every single week. And you're missing out on cryptocurrency. You're missing out on other stocks that are popping, you know what I mean? Or that have the potential to flow in the future, because when the stock market corrects, it's going to be lovely. It's going to be lovely. You know, they're not talking about the people that are jumping out of the stock market because they don't believe in the stock market anymore because it's being heavily manipulated. So that's what I'm saying. People just want you to focus on AMC and you're not paying attention to the other side of the market, you know, or the exchanges out here. So, you know, I know I'm just rambling, and I know I'm a beginner. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not, you know, an investing guru. I'm just someone that is very enthusiastic about learning and becoming a part of new things and growing and building, you know, but I don't like being a part of corruption. You know what I'm saying? And once I start, that's one of the reasons why I started kind of, you know, getting more into crypto. Not to say that cryptocurrency isn't going to be corrupted in some shape or form. It's still an infant. So, you know, to get in now and, you know, watch it, you know, crawl and then start to walk and then, you know, start to run, I'll be already in a position where most people get in. You know, it'll be already rules and regs set that I'm going to already bypass because I'm already into crypto. I've been in crypto for a while now. So, you know, I'm just kind of, you know, shocked to see that this is what's taking place, because there's millions of people focused in on AMC, and I am too. Don't get it twisted. Like, I make sure that I check my account, because if the squeeze does happen, it's going to happen out of nowhere. It's not going to happen and that's why, you know, you have content creators asking people to tell you how many shares that they have and, you know, shit like that. That's because they want to keep track of, you know, AMC and their, you know, that's how they use you to get their money. You know what I mean? It's just, it's basic psychology. I mean, in my opinion, you know, they keeping you stacked, they keeping you stuck, they keeping you, you know, engaged, feeling like, you know, it's a community, which it is, but there are a lot of people out here that are making money while you sit and hold, and you're going to be holding for a while. I'm telling you, if you think you haven't been in a GameStop, so that's what I'm saying. You think that this is just going to happen tomorrow or next week, or it's not going to go down like that, you know. And you know, even with my channel, you go back through my YouTube channel. When I first started talking about AMC and the potential based on the technicals, you could clearly see that I was getting thousands, hundreds of views, thousands almost. But the minute I started talking about the psychology and how it's being manipulated and how they want to manipulate you and to stand into the stock so that they can consistently make money because they've learned off of GameStop, you barely see my videos go over 100 now. And that's because they know that I know, even though I'm not a professional, I understand psychology to a degree. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to feel somebody out. You see what I'm saying? If you have, you know, discernment and abilities that you picked up over years of paying attention to people, you know what I mean? And that's what this is. When you look at these content creators, man, they are making so much money just live streaming for 8 hours. I mean, they have thousands of people in the live stream. I mean, thousands of viewers, hundreds of thousands of viewers. I mean, ads revenue is just so much that they're gaining off of you consistently, you know, being engaged in that. So, I mean, I don't, I'm not telling you how to trade. I'm not telling you what you should do. I'm just saying pay more attention to the people that you paying attention, that you're listening to, because with these YouTube channels getting terminated, I really do believe that's because AMC is going to pump. It's going to go to $100, $200, maybe. It might even go up to $3. And that shit is going to crash back down so hard that people are going to be in disbelief and think that it's going to go back up because of all the technicals and corruption and all that. But it ain't. And if it does, it's going to be months. If you've been sitting around in GameStop, you know. So, if the squeeze does happen, I can see this taking till January. I mean, it's just no telling. I mean, at the way that everybody's making money, I mean, they're talking about Chance the Rapper doing, a documentary or some type of musical at AMC. And, Adam Aaron just got bumped up to chairman. That's more money for him. It's just like, but people aren't able, they can't see that, a bunch of people are about to make millions or billions off of retail just from holding AMC, just for putting billions of dollars into these companies, into this company. So this is what people can't see. You just see, we're a part of a community. We love this guy. We're helping this guy, this guy's a great guy. But you don't personally know these people, and they're going to do what they need to do for their family and their company, period. So if you're not psychologically engaged and thinking like an investor, you're going to lose, because that's what they're doing, thinking like investors. Why do you think he just bought 2 movie theaters in California? That's because he is thinking about the company. That will weaken the share price. But people aren't thinking like that. If he starts spending money, people are like, well, it's better for the company. Well, not at the moment, because we're not even out of the clear with the pandemic. So if he buys a bunch of movie theaters and then we go back into lockdown, then what? So it's just like, I don't think you people out there that are really engaged in the AMC are paying attention to all the downfalls if it doesn't squeeze right now, or if it takes months, 6 months. Some people just put their life savings into these stocks. Do you think they would have been cared? The 2008 market crash showed you that these people don't give a damn. So what makes you think it changed? What makes you think that the agenda or the objective isn't money? I just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? So, people are you got, it's a community, but all of a sudden now you got AMC investors attacking each other just because of that difference of opinion. That right there alone is being, orchestrated by, these institutions. They have money. They can hire psychologists. They can hire some of the greatest minds to play with yours. So it's just, I don't think people, and I'm not, and don't get it twisted. I'm not some psychologist or something. I'm just very, very keen to psychology and understanding the human mind to a certain degree and how it operates. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out mine to a large degree. I sit around and I do this all day long. And I'm telling you, these content creators are going to disappear because it's going to be something it's going to rock your world. I'm telling you. And this is their way of getting out, like, so that they don't have to take what's coming from the retail, as far as, yeah, I thought you said this, I thought you said that, you're a scam, you're this, you're that. So this is the way of the system getting some of these creators out of here so that they don't, so it looked like it was an accident. So it looked like YouTube just because why all of a sudden some of these people have gained tens of thousands of subscribers in months. And now all of a sudden they're getting terminated. But they gained all these subscribers after AMC started getting its buzz. You didn't know none of these people before AMC. And now most of them, 99% of them, you didn't even know before AMC. And now some of them are getting their content terminated. No, it's so that they can disappear because they played their role. They did what they were supposed to do. That's why. Keep you engaged now. Let's AMC up. Raise it, drop it, and people ain't gonna know what to do because you get up every day paying attention to what they're saying and listening as if it was the word of God. So, that's all I got to say. I think AMC will go back up. It's bound to go back up. It's billions of dollars that they need to make or they're going to make. And I suggest that you find your sweet spot and figure out what you're going to do, because this shit ain't going to last forever. So, that's how I feel. If you don't like it, oh well. I mean, just go back and look at the content. You can see that some of these people's content is being edited and everything. You can't even see, they won't even say 100K no more. But that's how they pulled you in. So, go, and then you can go through my channel. We was being realistic the whole entire time. Yes, the data says that it can go to 100K, but will they let it? That's all we've been saying, because we know that the market is being manipulated over here. That's why you got to get in where you fit in. This is a system. You got to become Neo out this bitch. You have to understand that you are playing inside of the matrix. You cannot change the matrix. The only thing that you can do is use the matrix to your advantage. Neo could not change the matrix, but he could move however he wanted inside the matrix because he understood the coding to a degree. Go check out the movie. Go look up the Merovingian. You see what I'm saying? The Merovingian understood he could not change the matrix, but he could use the matrix to his advantage to get certain things that he wanted. So this is what I'm trying to say. Just use psychology, use your understanding of how things are operating and where things look like they're going. Become Neo out this bitch. You ain't gonna change the matrix. Just learn how to move in it. I'm out of here, man.
They out there panicking right now. I can feel it. They out there. They're panicking. Look at them.
Now, you're not naive enough to think we're living in a democracy, are you, buddy? It's the free market. And you're part of it.
Something just came across my desk, John. It is perhaps the best thing I've seen in the last 6 months. If you have 60 seconds, I'd like to share the idea with you. You got a minute?
After everything we've done for you.
Oh, see, I made Lewis a bet here. Lewis bet me that we couldn't both get rich and put y'all in the poorhouse at the same time. He didn't think we could do it. I won.
I lost. $1.
Thank you, Lewis.
After you.
Certainly.